Another theft deterrent. It looks a little obnoxious, but it's gonna catch a thief's eye. Warning, GPS alarm system equipped. Signal will be sent to the vehicle's owner and the local police with GPS tracking information. So pretty cool. There we go. Hey, we have an affordable, high-powered scooter sent to us by the folks over at YUME. This is the YUME M10. Andrew, tell us what to expect with this scooter.
Supposedly it goes up to 43 miles per hour. It's a dual 1200 watt motor, so 2400 watt motors combined. We tested out the prototype and told them what we didn't like about it, so hopefully they fixed the issues that we found before.
They sent us a prototype. It was a while ago. We opened it and it was indeed a prototype, needed a lot of work, had a lot of issues. Hopefully they've worked those issues out. So let's go ahead and get this unboxed. So it'll be interesting to see if they were able to fix kind of the critical feedback that we were able to provide last time. We didn't even make a video because it needed that much improvement. While Andrew continues there, let's take a look, because it does sound like there's something in this bag. This is a nice little scooter bag, and if you've never used one before, they come in quite handy. You know, oftentimes you'll have extra little accessories, maybe even a lock that you want to take with you, and you can keep that in this bag. All right, so it looks like this is the cover for the end of the steering pole, the cheap multi-tool that's included with a lot of these scooters that we get, an assortment of bolts. This looks like it's going to control the light show. This isn't anything that I've ever asked for. They've included a pump. I guess this is a way to remind people that you got to put air in those tires.
I do love that YUME comes with 2 chargers. You can leave one at home, one at work, or use 2 to fast charge. Oh, and we got some key fobs here. This was one of my favorite things about the scooter, is it comes with an alarm system and a key fob already, so you can unlock, start the scooter, and turn on an alarm, so if anybody ever touches your scooter, it makes this loud, obnoxious sound. This is a 67.2 volt charger. It's a 2.0 amp charger. So combined 4 amps. This is a 24.5 amp battery. So you're looking at about 6.5 hours to charge with both chargers.
Let's do a walkthrough from top to bottom so we can find out more about this high-powered, affordable electric scooter.
On the right side, we have the QSS4 type display. Right below it, we have the single dual motor buttons with the Eco Turbo buttons. I'm not a big fan of these. They need to get rid of these for good. These red and yellow buttons are just super cheap, and they're opposite. They just don't make any sense to me. You have the Zoom hydraulic brake lever with some handlebar grips that don't spin. Well, they spin a little bit, but they're pretty snug, so that's good. On the left side, you have a horn, turn signals, and then you have an on and off button for the light. These lights are pretty sweet. They run up and down the steering pole and along the deck, and you can use a remote to quickly change the features on it. Solid red, green, all sorts of different colors. On the center, you have a stem that can be adjusted to straight up, straight forward, a little bit down of an angle. So this makes it really nice. You can make it taller for tall riders, or you can go forward for a little bit more of an aggressive stance. We have this locking mechanism. Just make sure it's nice and tight and this doesn't slide up and down. Then you have swing arm suspension with hydraulic suspension. A different type of fender. This is the fender that will come on the production units when you order the scooter from now on.
That fender is actually really nice. It was a problem with the prototype. It was really clanky, made a lot of noise. And Andrew, why don't you just go on there and bounce on it just to show these fenders. They're pretty solid. Yeah.
No more rubbing. Inside of this 10-inch by 3-inch tire, we have a 1200 watt motor. These are the 2-watt tires, hybrid off-road street tire. So it's got the off-roading tread, but a rounded profile. We've got Zoom hydraulic disc brakes here with the 160 millimeter brake disc.
And then the lights is, I mean, average for scooters. Scooter lights tend to be pretty bad.
The brake light is interesting. Does it look bright? It's mostly the lights are on the side, huh? You have a swing arm type suspension or C-type suspension. Metal fender, which I do love metal fenders over plastic fenders because plastic fenders break all the time. Another 1200 watt motor in the rear. 2 charge ports on this side so you can double up on the charging. It's got some really awesome features for an $1,800 scooter, which we normally see on a $2,500 scooter plus.
One of my favorite features about this scooter too, which I'm not sure how much I'll be using, but it gives me a little bit of peace of mind, is let's say I go to the store, I'm stopping it, I've locked it, and I just want to make sure no one messes with it. It comes with a key fob that allows you to set an alarm.
To get it to unlock, you unlock it and then hit the power button. It'll turn on the scooter. To turn it off, you can just hit the lock button and you'll see the lights turn off. And now it's got an alarm setting on here. And so when you shake it, it gives a warning, but if you do it twice, it sets off the alarm, which will just keep going.
The previous version, the prototype, it sounded like it had asthma. It was a chronic smoker with some bronchitis. This one sounds much more clear. It's not super loud.
I would like it a little bit louder, but it's a great attempt at least disabling the scooter without needing a key. Anything you can do to add a deterrent to theft, it's a huge plus for me.
We're gonna get our safety gear on and go take this thing for a spin.
So that's Ethan with me, not Jimmy. He's at home fixing some AC issues. We're taking out the YUME M10 and we're gonna do a speed run while we're waiting for Jimmy. So we've got the draggy on. Supposedly the scooter goes 43 miles per hour. I've got the P settings turned to 100 and a hard start. So we'll take it for a rip.
What's up, guys? Sorry I'm late. I was taking care of an air conditioning issue. Of course, during the hottest weekend on record in Denver, Colorado, our air conditioning goes out. But you guys have already done the speed test. So Andrew, what did you think of the speed on this bad boy?
It was stable at top speed, but the display was off quite a bit. It was saying 46 miles per hour, and on the draggy system, it said I only got it to a max of 36 miles per hour. So it is with the 200-pound rider. If I was lighter, I'm sure it could hit 40, but I think it's a little bit of an overstatement to say that this will go 43 miles per hour.
36 miles an hour with Andrew, 200 plus pound rider. Otherwise, did it feel stable?
Felt great, actually. Felt stable, felt fine. Didn't get any shimmies or shakes at high speed, so that was always a nice thing.
And the acceleration?
It's more tapered. It kind of cruises up and then picks up speed. If you're looking for a rip your arm out of the socket type scooter, this isn't really it for you.
I want to give this a try. Let me feel some of this acceleration. Whoa, the handlebars feel funny. That was the first thing I noticed when I grabbed it.
That's why it's felt weird. This handlebar was assembled on backwards.
And that wasn't our doing, right?
No, this is how it was just done.
So apparently how this was sent to us was with the handlebars backwards, and that's why as soon as I got on it felt awkward. This is actually the second YUME M10 that we've had. The first one actually was a prototype, and that thing had all sorts of problems that needed to be remedied. We told the company that. It seems like they fixed some of those things, but obviously there are still some issues that need to be addressed. I'm kind of in the mood to talk about things that I don't like about this scooter. The fit and finish, the overall construction coming out of the factory needs improvement. The handlebar being put on backwards, that's a big no-no. You know, it was missing things, like there was no cap for that valve cover. Andrew, what are some things that you don't like about it?
An overstatement of top speed. There was a couple bolts that were rusted. I've seen this on a lot of scooters lately. The other thing is the kick plate is at an interesting angle. I don't really love my foot on this kick plate. Those would be my flaws with it.
I don't like the super torquey acceleration, and this thing is the opposite of super torquey. Okay, well apparently the confusion of the red yellow buttons to switch between single motor and dual motor, it struck again. So that problem may be the reason why I felt that this scooter was really sluggish. We had inadvertently hit that button. Okay, so now we are in dual motor. All right, let's see if that changes my opinion on how fast the scooter is. Oh yeah! All right, so I take back everything I just said about this scooter being sluggish and slow. It's more of a tapered and controlled acceleration. The problem was we had it on single motor mode. These red and yellow buttons, they're always confusing, and it's amazing what dual motors will do, because now with dual motors, I'm able to accelerate more quickly. It's more punchy, but it's not super torquey like some of the Cabo scooters or Dualtron scooters. So if you like being able to control your scooter and you don't want that rip your arms off acceleration, this could be a good choice, because when I go full throttle, it's nice. But again, the handlebars being put on backwards, I think that's you know, that gets some big demerits in my book.
Something felt awkward for me, but I do feel this scooter is one of the more stable scooters when it goes above 30 miles per hour. Brakes work well on them. Zoom brakes, they're really great. They stop fast. Nut brakes are just a little bit easier for modulating.
So let's talk about the things that we like about this scooter. As you can see, we're out here in this area that a lot of scooters can't get you to because this scooter is off-road capable. I think it's a nice balance with size, weight, and with the off-road tires to be able to come do stuff like this.
The lights are some of the coolest things about it.
The locking mechanism here that you can see, it looks very rugged, it's very simple.
Also having the key fob for extra security will prevent some theft, but you still want to use a lock. I like that they have this adjustable stem on here. The overall look of the scooter looks pretty sweet. For under $2,000, you won't find a lot of scooters that look better than this scooter. Hybrid off-road tires, I like the little bit more rounded profile if I'm going to be riding in the streets. The fenders are really nice because they're metal. Comes with a bag and it comes with 2 chargers. So there's a lot of cool features that YUME scooters come with.
Where YUME shines is its pricing, and that's just because this is direct from China.
They do ship from a California warehouse, but a lot of the servicing is done overseas. As Jimmy was saying, you don't have the super fast servicing that you have from some of the other companies. They will send you parts pretty quickly, and you do have to be a little bit handy to resolve a lot of these issues.
In the end, it's fun to see how this scooter has evolved from when we tested the prototype a year ago. Check out our full written review at gotscooter.com. Thanks for watching, and when you guys ride, wear your safety gear.